Hello guys and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how much money you need every single month in order to live a life that's worth living. Now, obviously every life's worth living, but we all know what the dream is. The cars, the houses, the girls if you're that way inclined, the dream life. And today I'm going to reveal from my experience, what I believe that costs. So if you like this sort of video, if you like this sort of transparency, give this video a big like. It really helps me out with the algorithm. And if you haven't already subscribed, why not consider subscribing? So let's talk about the variables that go into this and what I believe the first thing that we need to have in mind when we're talking about how much do you need. The first thing I think is important is it's passive. I think the moment you have to go to work and that your income is not coming through passive sources, and by that I mean mainly through property, businesses that you own that maybe have over 200 staff, because at that point you've got management and leadership teams in place. And then I'm talking about index funds where dividends are going to be paid to you. I'm talking about proper passive income so that you're free to do whatever you want with your time to enjoy life to the absolute fullest. And I actually think that if I had the choice between having £5,000 or £7,500 a month passive or £15,000 a month and have to go to work, I'd take the 7.5 grand. I would make sure that I lived the best life I possibly could with that money because I know that I would have my time back. And I've worked incredibly hard over the last 15 years to get myself into that position. 6-7 days a week, 14 hours a day, it's been no joke, it's happened. But now, as a 40-year-old man, I can tell you that my time is now more valuable than going out and working that hard ever again. I love making these videos. I enjoy what we're doing here. I enjoy the consultation calls I do. I enjoy everything about this channel. So that is something that I can see myself doing. However, if you're sat in a job where you're not enjoying what you're doing, I think the quickest route that you can find to get passive income that's going to replace that salary, that should be your aim and objective. Now guys, if we're talking about how much you need, I think honestly, budget life, you could probably get by on about 5 grand a month passive and still live the sort of life that you're dreaming of. I live over in Dubai at the moment. My apartment here, my studio apartment, is £600 a month. I bought a Porsche Panamera Turbo, which is fast as you like, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. It is a fun car. It cost me 15 grand. Yes, it's 10 years old, but you wouldn't guess it to look at it. It is an awesome piece of machinery. If you then look at the rest of the bills around me, it's very, very cheap. Food, dirt cheap. You can get it delivered to your door, less than a tenner for a meal. So I think with entertainment and everything else, you can live comfortably in Dubai on 5 grand a month passive and have an amazing life. Now, if you've got kids, you're going to have to put private school on top, and that's going to then bring the price up. And you're then going to need a 2-bed or a 3-bed, and you know, the prices are going to change depending on your lifestyle and your circumstances. But as a single man, if you were looking at what could I get by and have an awesome life on, about 5 grand a month will get you done in Dubai. And that's, bear in mind, I get to keep every single penny that I earn because there's zero tax out here. So it's really important to remember that bit. In the UK, if I earn 5, maybe I'm left with 3.5. If I earn 10, maybe I'm left with 6. Out here, if I earn 10, I'm left with 10. And that makes a big difference to lifestyle. So let's talk about maybe a bit more lifestyle. If we're talking about 5 grand getting you a budget lifestyle, what about 10 grand? Where would that see you? Well, 10 grand is the sort of number where I think everything changes. You can budget 3 grand for a nice townhouse, for a 3-4 bedroom townhouse, JVC, 3 grand a month. You're gonna get something nice. You're gonna have a maid who lives in with you. That's gonna cost you about £800 a month. She's gonna look after everything for you, even help with the kids, cooking, whatever you need. Then you're gonna be able to do pretty much unlimited entertainment as long as you're not going to the most expensive beach clubs and popping champagne every 5 minutes. As long as you're not doing that, you can do pretty much everything else. I mean, snowboarding lessons, 50 quid a session. Snowboarding for an entire day in Dubai, it's probably about, I think it's £70, including hire. Best cinema seats in the premiere, 30 quid a ticket. It's not that expensive. It's only when you're living this sort of champagne lifestyle where you're paying for the girls, that's gonna get pricey. I've seen people spend thousands and thousands of pounds in a night. Myself, I've managed to do it on a much tighter budget, even though I feel like I could go out and do that if I wanted to. I'm just not that way inclined. But 10 grand a month is where it really changes. You can do all of these things and you've still noticed we've got still 3, 4, 5 grand a month left over, probably for a couple of nice cars and maybe some shopping, some stuff like that, some luxury goods, maybe some nice watches. You're gonna have some money left over. Guys, sorry to interrupt this video, but I wanted to give you this information and I promise it'll be no more than 15 seconds. If you want to have a free one-to-one consultation with me, a quick chat about anything at all you need to do is click the link in the description. It will give you a quick form, fill out your details, Tom will get in contact and book it into my calendar with me, then we can have a free consultation. I'm doing this for anybody who wants to talk to me until I get to 10,000 subscribers. So guys, let's get back to the video, but fill in the form, have a chat. But I think what everybody's thinking is, what does it cost to live that lifestyle? You know, the one where you are popping champagne, where you do have the Lamborghinis, the nice villa, the pool, all of that sort of stuff. Well, I can tell you, right now, I think it costs, if you're in Dubai, between 30 and 70 grand a month as an absolute minimum. Now that was going to get you a really nice villa, but the villa is going to cost you between 10 and 15,000 pounds a month. It's going to have its own pool and you're going to need 3 or 4 members of staff just to help you look after it. You're going to need a couple of maids, a nanny, a cook, a driver. It's going to start adding up very, very quickly. Now I used to think 10 grand a month, that would be plenty. I can tell you right now that the further up this ladder you go, the more you aspire to achieve more. And I don't think it's ever going to stop, because as soon as I get to the next level, let's say for example, I get to this level where I'm earning 30, 40, 50,000 pounds a month, I still can't get a private jet. And one of my friends is going to invite me on a private jet and I'm suddenly going to like this. So I can see that this is a never-ending journey. But if you're thinking about what are the levels and where does that start, I think that 5 grand a month, passive income, that's the moment where your life changes, because you're earning more than double the average wage and you're not having to work. 10 grand a month passive, I think that is amazing. I think most people can live a life that's very, very satisfying on that sort of number. 15, 20, 30,000 pounds a month, I think as soon as you get into those sort of need the extra car. Because you don't need the extra car, you don't need to fly private, you don't need to go on that yacht, but you start to want to. So I think that it very much becomes an aspirational journey after it's become a journey of necessity. So I think anybody watching this video going, where should my aims and goals be? Aim for the top, man, but tick off the numbers as you go. Enjoy that 5 grand passive, enjoy that 10 grand passive, but always aim for the top, because ultimately, no matter where you land here, you're always going to look further up the food chain and wish you were there. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. That's just based on my experience. I will see you on the next one. Like and subscribe as always. Cheers, guys.